Maka and the Magic of Laulima. Together we thrive. Aaron Kaonohi. Illustrated by Sona and Jacob. Aloha, little ones. My name is Aunty Mala. I'm delighted to have you come all the way to my garden in Hawaii to hear my story. Do you like my garden? As you can see, it is full of flowers. They are all beautiful, but this one here is my favorite. It's called Ohi'alehua, my favorite flower of Hawaii. Look how beautiful and yellow it is. We use its leaves for medicine. I didn't grow it here though. It comes from our precious community garden. It's the most amazing place you have ever seen, and it's a place that would not exist without Laulima. Laulima means to work together towards one goal. And the magic of Laulima is what our story is all about. In our town, Kolohe town, there's a lovely young man called Maka. One day, he woke up on what seemed like an ordinary day. He swung his legs out of bed, rubbed his eyes, had a really long stretch, and began to get ready for his day. First, he had a hot shower. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Then he brushed his teeth. Brush, brush, brush. Then he got dressed. He had a bit of a problem pulling on his malo. He wrapped around. He wrapped under. Perfect. Maka was ready for the day. He was just about to open the front door when his mom asked, "Are you sure you're ready?" "Yeah," said Maka. "I'm clean. I'm dressed. My teeth are shiny." "Did you eat breakfast?" said his mom. "Whoops," replied Maka. "No." As Maka dug into the banana pancakes his mom had whipped up, she reminded him of something. Eating is important, just like being clean and dressed, because we have to help ourselves before we can be ready to help others, finished Maka. "That's right," said his mom. After breakfast, Maka walked down to the beach to meet his best friend, the Aloha Meter. And when he arrived, he found an Aloha Meter that looked very sad. "What's up?" he asked. "It's the beach," said the Aloha Meter. "Look at the mess it's in. Away." Maka looked out to the beach and saw that it was covered in trash. Wrappers, boxes, bottles, and bags. It was all there, and it looked awful. But Maka was always ready to make things right. "Don't worry," he said. "If we work together, we can have the sand shining like the stars in no time at all." And so it was that in less than an hour, they found themselves looking proudly at a perfectly clean beach. Now that the beach was clean, Maka and the Aloha Meter jumped in to cool off and have fun. Aunty Mala sat and enjoyed the warm sun and watched Maka and the Aloha Meter swim. Later that day, Maka stopped by to see his papa. "Papa, what are you up to?" he asked. "I'm just fixing up my broken fence," Grandpa explained. "You want to help me?" "Oh boy, do I!" said Maka with excitement. Grandpa spent the rest of the morning teaching Maka all about fixing fences. Maka learned how to hammer nails, use a saw, and paint wood. In the end, he felt amazing. Not only had he helped to fix the fence, but he had learned loads of amazing new skills. When Maka met the Aloha Meter in the park for lunch, he got more than he expected. When he arrived, he was holding an enormous tree. "What's going on?" Maka asked. "The park is looking a bit run down," said the Aloha Meter. "I was thinking we should plant this tree to make it a bit nicer for the community." "Sure," said Maka. "Sounds great to me." They dug a big hole, lifted the tree in, covered it with lots of dirt, and fed the tree plenty of water. After they were done, they sat in its shade to eat their musubis. "The more water we give it, the more it will grow," said the Aloha Meter. "And then there will be more shade for more people," said Maka. Then, as always, after lunch, Maka came to visit his dear old auntie, which is me. "What have you been up to today?" I asked. "Well," Maka began, and then he talked about all the wonderful, caring, and helpful things he had done since the sun had risen. "Wow, what incredible things," I said. "Do you know about Laulima?" "No, Auntie," he replied. "Hawaii is a beautiful place, isn't it, Maka?" I began. "The most beautiful place," agreed Maka. "This is because our ancestors have always worked together to look after it. They have worked together to keep the oceans clean, the wildlife healthy, the land full of life, and our people full of joy. This island still would not be as it is without teamwork, without community, without Laulima." "Wow," said Maka. "Wow indeed," I said. "And I am so proud of how much Laulima you showed today." That wasn't the last time I was proud of my little Maka either. I am pleased to say that the story of Laulima inspired him to create something for everyone. He got together with the Aloha Meter and decided to build a community garden in the town. They spent months planning and planting. They asked businesses for help. They asked neighbors to get involved. They organized delicious food and amazing parties for all who helped them build it. Aunty Mala loved to gather her flowers to make leis for family and friends. The Aloha Meter enjoyed watching his ulu tree grow and looked forward to eating its delicious fruit. Maka loved to work in his lo'i. Of course, all that was years and years ago now, and the garden is still there looking better than ever. Maka and the Aloha Meter still look after it with the help of the people of the town. It has become a place for the community and is looked after by the community. The garden is bigger than ever and the harvests are plentiful. They grow luscious fruits, nourishing vegetables, and starches like kalo and uala. There are enormous trees that burst into bloom every spring. There are flowers of all colors and kinds, and of course, there are plenty of these, my favorites, my ohia lehua. And so you see, it's astonishing what can happen when a community works together. Sure, we can do great things on our own, but imagine how much bigger and greater these things could become if we did them together. So ask yourself this: what can you do for your community? What can you offer your town? How can you help bring people together through the magic of Laulima?